The National, which is where we are today, has been my primary project for the past couple of years. It's a $465 million redevelopment, one of the largest redevelopments of a historic building in the state of Texas. There's so many things that are unique about the National. The architecture itself, George Dahl and Thomas Stanley were kind of Dallas's premier architects. It was built for First National Bank as their headquarters. A 52-story tower in 1965 was the tallest building west of the Mississippi River. Seeing it throughout the years, growing up in Dallas, go into disarray, and then being able to bring it back to life, where we have apartments, a hotel, multiple restaurants, event spaces, and public spaces for people to gather. Man, there were a lot of challenges, but thankfully we had a really, really good contractor in Andrews Construction and a great architecture firm in Merriman Anderson.
The National was my first commercial project to work on. The library, this room, so all of the walls in here are historical. So they were taken down, refurbished, put back up into place. The butterfly wallpaper, the birds on that chandelier actually welded off of my parents' benches in their backyard and gilded gold. And so we got really creative, but was really a collaborative effort across the whole project. George Dahl really left us a jewel in the Dallas skyline, so we wanted to preserve a lot of the history of the building. So all of the, the marble facade that was from the same quarry as the Parthenon to the teak and brass clad walls. We wanted to not just preserve them, but highlight them. And so a lot of that provided the foundation from, where we were gonna go with design. And so that we kept a lot of that Art Deco feel, all while bringing in a well-traveled approach, that mid-century feel.
It's great to see the pinstripe lights come back on the building, as a lot of people that are from Dallas remember those when they were really going in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. But architecture is just part of it, right? When you bring life into an asset, that's what really interests me. So when there's people in this restaurant, there's people checking the hotel, residents are enjoying their life and the amenities on the 9th floor, people are coming down here to shop. This building needed to be repurposed for the city of Dallas.
To work on a project the size of the National, it was a huge undertaking. I worked over the exterior. We had a group that worked on the interior, a group that worked over the apartments and hotels.
Todd Interests had folks here daily to make sure that their vision and their attention to detail was being picked up. Merriman Anderson architects folks, they were, of course, they're right across the street, but they were also here daily, making sure we understood their design intent, and then making sure that the historic criteria was being picked up so that we could make sure to get the funding for the tax incentives.
I believe there's over 110,000 square feet of marble under the exterior facade. A lot of the marble had been weathered over the years. They measured it, removed the marble pieces, shipped it off to China. China is the ones who provided with the high cone system, which is this aluminum backing. So it's basically a veneer piece of marble, but it's a lot lighter.
I think those lobbies downstairs are one of our proudest moments. You look at the refurbished materials, whether it's the marble floor, the travertine walls, the wood paneling, Todd Interests, whether it's Philip Todd or Caroline Todd, ready to answer a question as soon as you almost thought about it. They were eerily there before you thought about it. So being able to work with somebody that driven to make sure that we're going to be successful, it was a great opportunity.